All right, my Leo friends, how are you today, my lovely lions? All right, Aaron here bringing you your monthly horoscope for April of 2020. If you're new to the channel, please check it out. We've got daily horoscopes every day that dive deeper into all these different aspects that we'll be talking about, as well some new daily meditation videos to help us zen out during this crazy time that we're dealing with. All right, so I've got to say the month of April, looking ahead, is a much calmer month than the first 3 months of the year. Okay, though there's not a lot of planetary action happening, there are some significant things that are happening. Okay, it's not as crazy. I don't have a list this long of aspects and transits that are going on. However, there's a lot of growth happening this month. Okay, there's a lot of April showers bring May flowers kind of stuff going on, right, which we're really opening up and blossoming. Okay, so let me show you your chart and dive right into it. First, on the 3rd, the 3rd, we have Mercury and Neptune conjunct here in your 8th house. Okay, so this is about your shared resources with other people. Okay, now Mercury is communication and information. Neptune is about your dreams, your imagination. Okay, so maybe you're talking and communicating your dreams to other people. Maybe there's a business partner, maybe there's some other individual, could be a partnership, a relationship you're dealing with. You are certainly dealing with relationships this month, right? So there could be you opening up and talking about your dreams and having this turn into a really beautiful connection that's somebody else is trying to help you create these dreams, or you're figuring out a way to create these dreams and somebody else is offering assistance or service, because this does indeed deal with your shared resources with other people. So somebody could be allowing you to use space or use equipment or something like this, or even with funds in general. You know, maybe they're giving you funds to although I don't see a whole lot here in the 2nd house. But, you know, something along these lines. Okay, now as well on the 3rd, Venus is moving out of your 10th house to your 11th house, depending on where this is at in your chart. You got to know your chart. If you don't, I'd be happy to do a reading for you. Give me a yaller, aaroneschenburg@gmail.com. Anyway, so Venus will be moving out of your 10th house into your 11th house, which is about community. You know, so it's like your heart is in the community. Your heart is forward thinking. Your heart is dealing with other people right now. You know, it's like isolation has done enough for you. Let's just note as well, there's very little going on here, okay, in the first few houses. This really is dealing with your 6th house, which is your work, you know, the services you're giving back to other people. Your 7th house, which is about partnerships, love, romantic relationships, as well as business partners. Okay, again, this connection here in the 8th house, dealing with your shared resources between other people, new knowledge, gaining new knowledge, allowing knowledge, you know, from past and present to heal yourself, right, with the knowledge that's out there, the knowledge that's readily available. There's a lot of gain to be had that you know, karmically releases pressure and allows you to do the work that you know, want and need to get done. Okay, so it's really beautiful. So Venus moving into your 11th house, again, it's just like there's a way to figure out how to do what you love, bring it to the community, and use technology to do that, to make that happen. Okay, and that's going to be helped out by Mars and Saturn, both in Aquarius right now, solidifying and moving forward with technology in a way to really make your heart sing and happy. Okay, on the 4th, Jupiter and Pluto are in exact conjunction. This is happening in your 6th house. Okay, now this is going to happen 3 times this year. Okay, this is the first conjunction of the 3. Now, Jupiter-Pluto conjunction happens once every 13 years. We happen to get it this year 3 times, okay, just because of how they're retrograding together. So, Jupiter deals with expansion, and Pluto deals with the shadow, deals with death, going inward, right? Doing the inner work right now in order for us to rise like the phoenix out of the ashes. And ash is a beautiful fertilizer, right? So it's like what has died here from the ash of this tree is beautiful, fertile new soil for something else to grow from it. Okay, so what has once died, and again, this is teetering your 6th, maybe 7th house, depending again on where everything is at for you. You know, so it's just like what was once dead can rise and bloom and blossom as something really, really beautiful. And we must do the inner shadow work to make that blossom happen. We must do that inner work. We must really allow our hearts to sing and shine, and not run away from the things that scare us, right? We run away from the idea of mortality, you know, or we sometimes shy away from the idea of, like, you know, everyone thought they were going to be a millionaire by 30, and it's just like, oh, I'm living in poverty and I'm 35 or whatever it may be, you know, or I'm whatever, you know. It's just like these scary ideas we have to take into realization. Or when we're dealing with partnerships right now, you know, it's just like sometimes it's like committing to one person, and the Saturn is up there as well as Mars, again saying commit, you know, not to be afraid to commit, but pursue commitment right now, and which can be a frightening thing. You know, it's like, well, if I commit to this, you know, then I'm closing the door on other possibilities. But it's just like you have to confidently say yes to this job. Yeah, I don't want any other job. I want this job. This is where my heart is. This is where my action is. This is where I'm motivated to be. And as well, this dealing with, you know, the Jupiter Pluto conjunction happening in your 6th house ish, okay, is about the services that you provide. So this is about you giving back to the world, my Leo friends, right? This is really, really, really important. So, you know, you are the star of the show in the zodiac. You are the heart. You are the sun. You are the fire. You are the hearth that keeps on burning, that has joy and passion and love for all of us, and, you know, that inspire all of us. So, you know, the star of the show is often seen, right? And this Jupiter-Pluto conjunction is saying this is about the work that you're doing for other people. So it's about seeing other people and seeing what's needed by other people instead of trying to be seen by other people. Yeah? Does that make sense? So this is a great time right now to bring out that shadow side and say, like, look, it's not about me always, you know, being in the star, because you always are, but having that mentality, that thought process, you know, this deals with a bit of our ego, and in Capricorn, our authority. So you're definitely going through this time right now that's saying, like, look, I need to see other people, I need to be of service to other people, and that's how I can sing, that's how I can shine, by being of service to those individuals, right? Now, on the 7th, we have a full moon happening in Libra. Okay, so sun's over here in your 9th house. Again, a lot of learning going on. Beautiful, beautiful learning happening for you. And we have the moon. It's going to be the brightest full moon of the year. Here at Eastern Standard Time, it's going to happen at 10:35 p.m. Going to be really nice and bright for those on the east side, or of the United States anyway, depending where you're at. Big, bright, full moon happening here in your 3rd house. This is about communication. This is about talking it through. Again, using the light. You know, the moon just reflects the sun's light. Okay, so the moon only reflects your light, my Leos, right? So emotionally, you have to talk about all the information here on the 7th of April, or right around this time. You know, we have to talk about everything, the good, the bad, and the ugly, because it's about the higher knowledge. It's about the higher perspective, you know, higher commitment, you know, all this commitment stuff going on right now. So we have to talk about the high road here, and those dreams and those ambitions, and really lay the cards out on the table and not be afraid to expose. The full moon is about exposing the shadows. You know, Jupiter, Pluto is about exposing the shadows. Mercury, Neptune is about communicating your dreams and your desires. This is really, really beautiful time right now. Okay. Very beautiful time right now. So it's a big, beautiful full moon on the 7th. Now on the 12th, check this out. Mercury is going to be leaving your 8th house, entering your 9th house, okay, of Aries. And it has been in Pisces since the 4th of April. Okay, it moved forward to 13 degrees-ish, and then went backward to 28 degrees, you know, and then forward again. So all the way from February 4th, it's been here, and all the way till April 12th. Okay, that's like two months and 10 days-ish, besides a little bit of time here. 2 weeks it was spent, and 2 degrees of Aquarius. Either way, it's going to enter your 9th house. It's going to enter Aries on the 12th. And it's going to enter Taurus on the 27th. Okay, it is just going to fly by here. 15 days, just a little over 2 weeks to rip through Aries, which has got a positive side to it. Okay, because one, it's finally getting new ground, new traction, all this. It's a fire sign, Mercury, fire sign. Ha! You know, it's the spark of the match. It's the ignition, turning the key, the foot on the accelerator, go. And we can be really excited in the way that we're communicating. And we could talk really fast, really up high up here. You know, it can be a little bit exhausting. And as well, sometimes we can be feisty in this communication. We can be pent up right now during this time of quarantine, right? We want to get out. We want to see our friends, our lovers, our loved ones, our family members. You know, so we can be agitated. And this in your 9th house, though, is actually saying, through communication during this, you know, 15 days, is to take the high road here, to use all the knowledge that you've been learning over the years and apply those lessons to this communication that's going to happen. It's going to be a little bit fast and furious and feisty, because we will be having a Mars retrograde in Aries as well, and this time is a little bit of a foreshadowing that's going to be learning what the second half of the year is like and how to better deal with our emotions, right? And so this is going to create some sort of a trine to your rising and to your sun over there as well in Leo. Okay, now on the 19th, the sun will move into Taurus, okay, your 10th house-ish, again, depending on where this is for you. And on the 22nd, there's going to be a new moon in Taurus. Okay, so this is about career. You're looking at career. You're looking at a new way to gain finances, new way to make income. And the new moon, you know, the moon is exalted in Taurus. So this is about stability. Okay, a stable new beginning, my lion friends. And then you have Uranus here, which is expect the unexpected. There can be a real breakthrough with work. Okay, a real breakthrough is going on right now. A breakthrough in the career house, a breakthrough in how people see you because of the work that you're putting in. Okay, people are starting to take a different look at you because you're communicating, taking the high road here. People see this difference in you, and it shines. It shines, my lion friends. All right, really, really beautiful, really powerful time. Expect the unexpected during this time, as we always say, as cliche as it is, when we're dealing with Uranus as our planet of release and eureka moments and ahas, you know, and Taurus deals with money. And this, again, your 10th house of career. So the new moon happening here, you know, from the 19th on, the 22nd is the new moon, but from the 19th on, you got a lot of good energy coming up your way as far as finances, money, your work goes, and how people are viewing you and your business. Really powerful. Now, the last thing I want to say, well, let me show you this real quick. As we can see here, you see this RX? That means retrograde. The nodes of the moon always move backward, okay? Always move backward. There's never a forward motion with these two. But as you see everything else here, there's no retrograde planets, okay? No retrograde planets. Everything has forward momentum. Although we feel stally, that's Mercury here in Pisces, because it's been in Pisces for so long. There's this like laggedy feeling, this a bit of illusion, confusion, delusion is what is clear, what is true, what is real in certain aspects, especially considering the news and the media. You know, we all have opinions about what's going on right now. However, there is forward momentum with all of our planets, okay? And at the very end of the month, on the 25th, Pluto will station retrograde, It'll stay stationed, excuse me, till the 27th. So the 25th and 26th, it's stationed. On the 27th, it actually begins to retrograde and perceivably move backward. Okay, so this is the first outer planet to retrograde this year. We've had a Mercury retrograde this year, but this is our first planet to really, outer planet to start moving backwards. Now we're not going to really feel this, all right, because that's what happens, you know, especially a planet as far away as Pluto. We're not going to really start to feel this till May. Okay, at the beginning of May, you're certainly going to feel this in May, because again, it's just like we want to change, we want to transform aspects and parts of ourselves. So we need to make sure that we've learned our lessons, so that that shadow doesn't continue to come up through our personality, through our work, through you know, that Scorpio-like hidden thing coming out of nowhere and attacking. So it's just like there's parts of ourselves we always want to heal. We want to figure out, you know, the authority, dealing with all this Capricorn energy. Just giving you a heads up, it's coming, and we're going to be feeling it more in May. We're also going to have a Venus retrograde in May. Okay, so either way, though, we have a lot of forward momentum, a lot of positivity, a lot of growth, a lot of change in good ways. Again, good things are happening on the relationship front for you. Good things are happening as far as, you know, partnering up with people for work, for business, for love, if you're looking for a romantic relationship, as well as the shared resources, you know, how you're bringing something to life in some sort of creation. Really, really powerful month ahead. So talk it, be about it, shine your light, help other people out, and blossom and grow. It's a beautiful month of April. You know, those, yeah, it's a good month ahead. So enjoy it, and we'll see you tomorrow for the dailies.